Hey everyone, Reverend Geek here. I'm catching up, and I know I didn't do a Star Wars speculation video last week. This is going to be my supersized one. There is a lot to talk about right now. Um, just, I don't even know where to begin. I've got some stuff written down. Um, I mean, let's face it. This is the last 2 weeks have been pretty big as far as news down. I actually could have made 4 videos if I wanted to go the short form. I decided this week I'm gonna try to go long form and kind of have like a TV show based format for this. So bear with me. I'm working on this. So let's just jump right into the speculation right now. So, oh man, where to begin? Well, this over the last few weeks, the rumor of the severed hand came back. Um, they've resurfaced. What's basically being discussed right now is how would we describe it? A lot of, well, let's put it this way: they're still saying Tatooine. I'm really trying to figure this out, but the fact is, and this is what kind of got me thinking. There was an old story of this guy. Um, I'll put a picture up for you. So yeah, that guy was found in a desert, and he was mummified. And so, what I'm thinking of is if the hand was on the desert, and I don't know how the hand gets to the desert. I'm sure they're going to have to explain that because it just seems like a big plot hole right now. But if the hand is in the desert, I can understand the hand being somewhat mummified. But they're not saying a skeletal hand; they're saying a hand. So anything is possible. But the main thing is the Jedi artifact, the lightsaber, is what is shown. And what is basically that what they're saying now is it's not our protagonists in the episode, episode 7 that find it, is an alien who finds it, brings it to a junkyard on Tatooine, and the rumor is that this um, junkyard is controlled by Max von Sydow's character, who is playing this old cyborg-like character, who starts rambling on about the events of episodes 1 through 6. Just knows the history of Anakin and Luke Skywalker, and so something um, brings this about, and um, you have to kind of wonder, like, what is going to go on. Um, and so I started thinking about this, and what I'm starting to think of, um, well, you know, you got to think, what is so big about finding this? Why are they bringing this? What is it boggles my mind. Like, I don't know how this hand could possibly be part of something. I have an idea, but I gotta like break this into parts. But um, this was you know the big thing last week when it came out. I don't know how this is going to be part of the universe. Like, doesn't make sense. It might when I give you my theory. But you gotta hold on. I hope you hold on, because I think when I say this, I haven't heard anybody say this yet. So I'm hoping that once I say it, maybe you'll subscribe to me. Who knows? But it'll make sense once that's done. So yeah. So the other rumor that came out, another rumor came out is apparently, and it seems a little far fetched, but apparently somebody said that they read a script where this part of the script basically describes in detail um, a scene that ends up bringing us aboard an Imperial ship or an Imperial base, and we go up to a hooded figure. Like this just follows through hallways or whatever, and we come to a hooded character. The seat spins around, so you're automatically thinking Emperor. Um, they're holding the warped helmet of Darth Vader, which apparently is the original helmet. They're describing like, fire damage would probably have warped the helmet. They're holding the helmet, and the big reveal is the hood goes back, and it's not the Emperor, but it's Luke Skywalker, and that he is now leader of the Imperial fleet, or the Imperial forces, or the Galactic Empire. Who knows? But again, this seems far fetched. I took a little bit of time. I was thinking to myself, how could this be? How? You know, um, it's really mind-boggling. Um, but again, I started to think of this rumor. I started thinking of the first rumor. The rumor. This one came out, maybe about 2 or 3 days after the bringing back of the severed hand rumor. So I started thinking to myself, how could this be? What could be? Well, I started. Well, it didn't. It took until earlier this week for me to kind of piece it together. What could be happening? And uh, when I tell you, you're gonna be like, like, oh my gosh, why didn't I think of that? I'm sure somebody's probably thought about it. Um, but, in all seriousness, people, we're talking, you know, the hand rumor and this, it's like, you know, that they've thrown out the expanded universe. So all this, Luke having been a dark Jedi for X amount of time is, the Deus Ex Machina, but it's thrown out. So, um, you just wonder, you got to be wondering, is something going to be happening? What is going to be happening? How is it going to be happening? What is going to be happening? Because it just, it just boggles your mind. You just can't put your mind around it. It does not sound like the character, especially if we're to believe that Anakin brought balance to the Force, or Luke was supposed to bring balance to the Force. That's definitely not, there. Given that we know some of the characters from Star Wars Rebels, especially the Inquisitor, are supposed to be part of this, you got to kind of wonder how, what, when. It just, things are not adding up. But it's J.J. Abrams, and I have to trust in him because he really revitalized the Star Trek franchise And given that this is probably based on um, you know, Lucas's scriptment of what he had planned for episode 7 through 9. You know, let's face it. You know, Star Wars was good. Episode 4, you know, A New Hope is good. It's the only one of the original trilogy that he directed. Um, Episode 5 and 6, you know, Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi were directed by other directors, and then Lucas directed 1 through 3, and we know how that went. I actually just saw a good screen critic rant on the good points of the prequel trilogy, which I agreed with him on. But, you know, it really. I'm just going to end this part right here and go into my next part. Stay tuned, because the final part, I'm going to tell you what my theory is. So, another rumor that came out was an Obi-Wan trilogy. And that's possible. We know that what Lucas and Disney are planning now is to do the episodic films every other year. We're not going to get, at least, I don't know how they're going to do this either, because Lucas, whether it was the old way or the new way, it still took 3.5 years to have the film done and brought out. Star Wars was 77, Empire Strikes Back was 80, Return of the Jedi was 83, and then Phantom Menace was 99. 2002 was Attack of the Clones, and 2005 was Revenge of the Sith. Now, I know he might have just released those 3 films to keep it in with how the original trilogy was released, but you know, the fact that Abrams wants to keep building sets, so he's basically going to have to keep these sets somewhere to be used to finish the films. But it's kind of a nice little thing to see how it's going. I don't know how it's going to go, but anyway, the big rumor was that while the episodic films are going to be there, we're also going to get spin-off films. There's been talk about Boba Fett and other characters having spin-offs, Rogue Squadron, you know, that sort of stuff. And the biggest rumor that came out was Obi-Wan, you know, an Obi-Wan trilogy. And the thing is, these films are not going to be connected. They're going to be 3 individual stories. So, you know, you can see Obi-Wan 1 and Obi-Wan 3, and, you know, it's not interconnected. There's nothing that happens in Obi-Wan 2 that is going to, you know, tie everything together. So that's what they're doing. They don't want to have it tied in that way. That way there, Ewan McGregor is free. He's already rumored to be back. So, you know, we'll probably see this coming out. I don't know if they do it every other year. You know, like, you know, we're getting episode 7 next year. So I don't know if this would be 2016, 2018, and 2020. But that's what the rumor is. You know, that this is going to be at least a trilogy. You know, so who knows? Who knows how that's going to go? But, you know, it's going to happen between episodes 3 and 4. The rumor is that Qui-Gon is also going to play a part in the first film, so we're going to see, you know, they're probably going to bring back Liam Neeson, kind of teaching Obi-Wan that Force Spirit thing, because, you know, out of him and Yoda, he's the first to pass on to the Jedi. And, you know, so it's going to be interesting. You know, that part is going to be interesting. And the other thing that I want to know is are they going to tie this into Rebels? I don't know how long they're hoping Rebels goes on for, but you got to wonder if Star Wars Rebels is going to somehow tie into that part of the Obi-Wan trilogy, that we might see characters or have Easter eggs or whatever, but Obi-Wan did appear in the Rebels movie, the 1 hour episode. So who knows? But it's an interesting rumor if true, and we'll see how it goes. But I'm kind of boggled by the idea. Ewan McGregor seemingly had the more promising career, and his career's kind of fluttered out of late. So maybe he'll be back for this. But again, it's just a rumor. So do stay tuned. When I get updates, I'll update you on this. Are we going to see Obi-Wan back? Who knows? So yeah, here's the thing. This is what made me doing the first and second part of this video very hard. I wanted to basically show this, but given that I want to get this channel legit, and I don't want to tick off powers that be, and hearing some stuff from some guys that I like Emergency Awesome, Charlie there. I'm not going to put the pictures. I had downloaded the pictures, but I'm not going to put the pictures up. I could put the other pictures up because those were leaked, and those were used on other legit sites already that I had posted in one of my previous speculation videos. But if you're wondering what I'm talking about pictures, here's the thing. There was some footage that's been rumored to have been leaked. It was put on YouTube about a week ago. The title of the leaked footage is Luke's Refuge, and it basically what happened is it's been known that there's an Ireland location that the Episode 7 is filming at. People have wondered what that would be. It's basically rumored to be a cave. This video footage, I can describe the video footage that has been done on sites like Dark Horizons, but basically what this footage is it kind of goes in along the lines of a pathway. If I understood it right, there are 2 Jedi, possibly. There is some character that is standing at the doorway, and there is another that is sitting on the floor, and the reveal is that is Luke Skywalker. Now, what has happened is you could probably find this footage, but what happened is this had leaked onto YouTube. The footage was taken off within 24 hours. The account was deleted. And what I'm wondering now, hearing this, that Luke is there in full Jedi garb. The Jedi, the Luke that is described, that I described in part 2, that is holding Vader's helmet, is rumored to be wearing darker clothes akin to what Luke wore in Return of the Jedi. And given the severed hand, what I've decided to think about as possible, and this is my rumor, as far as I know, this is all original, But I'm willing to say what we're going to focus on in the new trilogy is not just a clone army, but a Jedi clone army. And it's going to be Luke. Let that sink in for a while, but think about it. If we've got this footage of Luke, if this footage, and like I said, I had pictures. I'm not posting the pictures up. If this footage is real, and the footage, the rumor of the Luke holding Vader's helmet is real, the only way I can piece the two of them together is that with the hand, Luke is being cloned. It would make sense that the Emperor would want to have a Jedi army, because, hey, the stormtroopers aren't hitting the broadside of a barn. But given that, I'm going to say that I really think right now, as of this point, we are going to see a clone army. This is going to force. Now, I don't know what he's doing as far as training people. The rumor is he hasn't been training people. He's been disappeared for 3 decades. We'll find out as the movie comes out and as more comes out about this. But the footage shows they said, two Jedi. So you got to think that he is training somebody. How he's training them, I don't know. But if this is true, that this will blow the mind, and it'll be interesting to see how this trilogy will solve this predicament. But that's going to be my thing. The one that's on the Emperor's throne, I think, is a clone. Now that story's already been done in the Star Wars extended universe. It's been known that some of that stuff could be used. So we'll have to see. But that's my big Star Wars show right now. Tell me what you think. If you like it, please subscribe. I know that out of all my videos, my Star Wars videos are the most watched right now. So if you like this, please, please, please subscribe. And if you like that, fine. So, okay, I will talk to you later. Goodbye.